Hi listener, welcome back to Justice Warriors. This is episode 57. This is another readings episode 9. My name's Andy, and as usual, I'd like to encourage you, if you have a piece of writing that you would like us to read, or you would like to read yourself as an episode of this, I'd love to see it or hear it. And I also just want to encourage you that this is for you to take or leave. Just let it happen. And if it doesn't sit with you, let it pass by. If something does sit with you, I'd love to hear from you about that as well. We would all love to. We're still very much planning and expecting to do more Justice Warriors episodes. We'd love to hear from you what you would like us to talk about, and we'll be inspired by what you send in to us. You never know, there might be a whole episode based on some little comment you made, so please do get in touch. But let's get on with what we're doing today. So today we're going to read a poem by me called Deaf Song. A little bit of introduction to this. Sometimes when I'm in church, the singing really helps me and leads me to kind of deepen in some way my understanding of this God thing, or unity together, or as humans, or something else. But sometimes I feel really alienated from the songs that we sing. Sometimes they feel like they're not addressing what's actually happening in the world, that they're a way of kind of closing ourselves off to even our duty as members of the human race, to just being all right because we've got this kind of abstract idea that saves us in some way and protects us from having to actually take responsibility for our world. That kind of thing, that kind of stuff goes through my head sometimes. And one time that was happening to me in church, I started trying to compose a song that expressed what I felt at that moment we as a people could express, that would be more honest, or what would feel more honest to me at that moment. So it's quite angry, and it's undoubtedly wrong in lots of ways, but I hope you'll enjoy this and listen to this, flawed as it is. So it's called Deaf Song. We who sing these words are not separate from the sins of our people. We stand wearing clothes made by hungry children. We have broken our world and sing ourselves deaf to its moan. We laid our barbed wire across the beaches to stop the broken crawling out of the sea. We climbed inside a bubble to deaden the outsider's voice. We, not someone else, have pulled the walls down on ourselves. Will you have mercy on us? Why would you? If there is mercy, let it be for us to change. If we survive the fire, we want what ember is left to be something of you. So I'm supposed to waffle on a bit about this after I've read it, or at least that's what I've done in previous times. It's really angry. Reading that back, isn't it? But it's also true, I think, a lot of it. We do wear clothes made by hungry children in a lot of cases. And all the other stuff in our world comes from a really exploitative system. We are continuing to act in ways that break our world, both morally and economically and in terms of climate change. And we spend most of our time deafening ourselves to it and worrying instead about, say, personal morality or something like that, and not thinking about our collective morality. We do put a huge amount of effort into keeping out the poorest people in the world from our country or our communities. And it does sometimes feel like pulling the walls down upon ourselves. And it does feel, why would God have mercy on this empire of oppression? Wouldn't that be exactly the kind of thing God would pull down and destroy? But we do look for mercy and ask for it, and we ask that we would change, and that would be the mercy, I guess. And really struck here by the final line talking about the ember being left being something of God. And I'm struck by that because I think that's a good image of God as someone who is good and cares about all those things I was just talking about, our destruction, our exploitation and oppression of the poor and the weak. And sometimes I fall into the trap of seeing God as being on the side of the oppressor and the destroyer. And if you've listened to previous episodes, you'll understand some of where that's coming from. So to be able to write this poem and turn to the true God and say, this goodness, this is the real you, is powerful for me at least. To stop thinking of God as someone crushing me and crushing others, and to see God as the purest expression of true mercy and true justice, an upholder of what's right. It's what gives us hope, right? And it's what faith is in. On the days where faith rears its head. So I hope I didn't depress you too much with my grumpy poem, inspired by probably having a headache. But could something of this enter our collective singing? Could we confess to our collective moral failures and weaknesses and resolve to act differently? Maybe. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.